Hello my beautiful people, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your girl Nikki D. In this tutorial I'll be showing you how I made this bustier dress with illusion neckline for my client here on the channel. If you have not subscribed to my channel yet, please do well to subscribe to the channel because I'll be bringing you juicy tutorials, trust me. So guys, I'm done cutting my pattern paper on the main fabric. As you can see, I went ahead to iron hairstay to both the material and the lining piece. Right now I had to notch the under bust because notching the under bust will help you in joining these fabrics properly. Guys, the pattern drafting for this bustier tutorial is already on my channel. Please, if you don't know how to draft a pattern, please check the video and or click on the link on the description. So guys, for this dress I'll be making, I went ahead to iron hairstay both the front, the back, the lining, every piece of this dress. I ironed hairstay all over. This is the front part of this fabric. Before pinning it down, I made sure to notch the under bust area. After notching the under bust area, I also went ahead to place them so that they will align very well and to enable me join these fabrics properly. Remember, we'll be having a plunge neckline. So we are going to be having two pieces. That is the reason why I slashed open the center front of both the lining and the main fabric. So right now we'll be joining, and before joining you make sure to pin down on 1/2 inch. As you can see, after pinning down on 1/2 inch, you will have both two pieces together just the way you are seeing on this video. After sewing, I went ahead to trim off the excesses. If you don't want to trim off your excesses, that is still fine, but please make sure to iron properly. So after trimming off the excess fabrics, I went ahead to also iron properly, as you can see in the video. Guys, please don't forget to notch. Notch. It's very important, especially at the front area, because that is where you have the cuffs around the bustier area especially, so it will enable the bust area sit very well. Then this is the yoke. I folded my yoke on the illusion net into 4, and then I'll be cutting around by half inch for the stitching allowance, both on the armhole area, on the neckline area, on the shoulder area. I cut out by 1/2 inch, and then remember it's folded at the center area. And then also for same yoke, I'll be using a black net. I had to place the back yoke on this net. I folded it into 4 as well. I cut it 1/2 inch all the way around the back yoke. So after cutting it, this is what we have. I had to open it up gently so that I'll be able to stitch the center of the back yoke. I did not stitch the shoulder area, just the center area of the back yoke, as you can see. So right guys, this is what I'll be using to sew my illusion yoke for this dress, because invisible thread helps it to come out very neat and clean. This is one trick I found out, sewing your illusion net with invisible thread. So right now guys, I'll go ahead to use black thread to sew the yoke for the back. After sewing the yoke for the back, remember it's 2. After cutting it into 4, it's going to be 2, and then use the invisible thread to sew the yoke for the front. That's for the plunging illusion neckline. I've gone ahead to sew it, and this is how it's looking guys. I also went ahead to trim it off because when you trim your net after sewing, it comes out very clean. Are you seeing? You can't be able to see the thread. That is why I always use invisible thread to sew my yoke, guys. So right now, this is how they are all looking. This is the front yoke. This is the back yoke, as you can see. And then for this front yoke, I went ahead to join it together with the shoulder area, as you can see. Please make sure to stitch and secure them properly. So right now, we are heading over to joining the material with the yoke. So look and see how I'm going to be joining this fabric to the yoke area. First of all, I had to mark my chalk under the bust area and then notch the illusion net at the underbust area as well, and then picked one piece of the front area. I pinned it down firmly with my pin all the way around, just the way you are seeing on the video. Please make sure to pin and make sure they align properly. I'll be stitching on 1/2 inch, but first of all, I had to use my pins to secure the areas I will be stitching down, so it will form as a guideline for me to stitch one side of the fabric, that is the front area, properly. Actually, this is the main or the right side. After working on the right side of the front area, then I will head over to the lining of the front area. So this is how it's going to look after pinning it down and after sewing it subsequently. Right now we'll head over to the machine. This area is where I'll be sewing on 1/2 inch. Just look closely, guys. So this is it, guys. Please watch closely and see how I'll be sewing it. I am sewing it directly on 1/2 inch. I pinned only one side, just the way you are seeing on my machine. Please, as you are sewing, make sure to lift up the base and endeavor that your needle is not sewing the net and the other side of your fabric together. So as you are sewing, make sure to lift it. So guys, sewing plunging neckline is so easy. The way you see them on Instagram, on YouTube, on Facebook, this is just very simple, very easy to make. Even Vicky James plunging neckline that you see, this is just the way it is done. No strong, no big deal, guys. This is just very easy. So I'm done sewing this part of the net. As you can see, I'm done sewing it. Look at how it's looking. It's already forming, guys. This is the right side of the fabric. You will not sew this net on the lining area. This is the right side. So right now, I'll be going over to the second part of the front fabric. So guys, please make sure to join the fabric just the way I'm doing on the video. Make sure that one is no longer than the other, just the way you are seeing, and make sure you pin them properly. Please arrange it properly so that they will align together, and then pin it down with your pin all the way around. And then when you get to the under bust, if you can mark it as well, please do. But I think the pins are already a guideline enough for you to know exactly where to sew. So guys, this is the area I'll be sewing, and follow it properly. So guys, just the same way I did for the other side, I sewed exactly on 1/2 inch, and then when I got to the underbust area, I flipped. Yes, this side, I flipped it out, just the way you are seeing, and then I arranged it properly. And then as I was sewing, I moved over to the other side of the net. As you can see, please make sure you flip it so the both of them can align, and continue to sew it on 1/2 inch, just the way I'm doing as so. Guys, this is not difficult. Just follow the process gently and very properly. Make sure you're meticulous while sewing your plunging neckline to your fabric, guys. This is not as difficult as it looks. So guys, I'm sewing it on 1/2 inch all the way round. So guys, look how it's looking already. It's already forming, guys. Look at the inside. This is just the right side of our front fabric. So look at how it's looking, so good, so yummy. Oh god, guys, this is looking so good already. So right now we'll head over to the lining piece. We are going to be lining the front fabric. Please do not touch the sides, just let us line the fabric. So by the time you line it, this is how it's going to be looking from the inside, just the way it is. So for you to be guided properly, you need to place the lining one on each side, just how it's going to be after your end result. So now I flipped it over to the other side to enable me pin it properly, just the way it's going to be while sewing it on my machine. So right now, guys, I went ahead to pin them down just the way you are seeing on the video. I am pinning one side of the lining piece, and then this is the second side. The way I placed it, after placing it, then I'll flip it right side facing right side, and then also pin it. I'll first of all start with this side. I think starting from this side is easier for me. So you start from the easier part and then head over to the more complex side. So starting it from this area is much more easier, because after sewing this area first, it will be easier for you to sew the other side. So now I'm sewing it just very close to this black thread you are seeing, very, very close. Sew it as close as you can. Sew it as close as you can, guys. Then as you are sewing, please make sure to flip in your illusion net or yoke inside. As you are sewing, please make sure to straighten out the fabric with your hands, inside and outside. As you're sewing, when you get towards the bustier area, then you begin to sew exactly on 1/2 inch, just the way you're seeing. You can sew it on top of this line, follow it properly, sew it on 1/2 inch all the way round till you get to the end of the upper part of the fabric. As you can see, it is very easy, guys. Very, very easy. Sew it all the way, the neckline, sew it all the way round. Sew the neckline round and make sure you are sewing it on 1/2 inch, guys. It's very easy to make. Sewing an illusion neckline is very, very, very easy. Super easy, guys. There is no long thing in there. So, guys, this is just the way you sew down your fabrics together with your lining, guys. So after sewing, you trim off. At this point, you can also notch and top stitch if you want, but for me, I'm going to trim off. I'm not going to top stitch. So guys, I went ahead to trim off the excess fabrics just the way you are seeing in the video. I trimmed off Starting from the bustier area, I trimmed off the excess fabrics. Please make sure to iron. One thing in sewing is that if you want to get a neat work, as you are sewing, as you are cutting, make sure you are ironing and pressing it down. This is just look how it's looking, guys. Trust me, by the time you see the end result of this dress, you see how beautiful it's looking. So right now we move over to the second part of our front piece. You place it right side, facing right side of your lining, and then you begin to pin as well, just the way I pinned the first part. Please make sure you pin properly and follow due process, just the way we did it at the first place. Look how the bust area is looking already. Guys, please make sure that your dress is aligning properly. So guys, this is how it's looking, guys, after fixing the second part of the lining piece. So for me to achieve a very neat and well laid perfect dress, I went ahead to insert hemming gum at the edges, so that by the time I iron, the edges and the joining areas will be looking so flat and very perfect. Some of the time, when we finish joining our material together, our dresses together, you see that the lining starts to puff out at the joints. So putting a hemming gum helps to hold it firmly by the time you give it a press. So right now, guys, I also went ahead to trim off the excesses, the excess fabrics at the edges, at the sides, at the down parts. As you can see, I went ahead to trim off all the excess fabrics that are popping out from the side area, just the way you are seeing, guys. Also, in this dress, I also went ahead to insert boning. Please, I did not make this part of the video long, but I'll be showing you. Just follow the steps that I'm using to fixing my boning. I actually fixed this boning on the lining piece. Yes, guys, look closely and see how I'm fixing the boning. Actually, it's on the places that I joined. So look closely and see how I'm fixing this boning. Guys, it's not difficult to fix, guys. Also, guys, I forgot to fix the bonings before inserting my hemming gum and then ironing them properly. So, guys, this is just the easy and perfect way of inserting your bonings. This is a sewable bone, as you can see. Just follow the process the way I'm doing it here on the video. So guys, this will be the end of this tutorial for this part. This is part 1 of this dress. So after here, I'll be posting the second part of this video, which will comprise of joining the upper area to the skirt area of the dress. As you can see, thanks for watching up to this place. Thank you so much for staying, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos. Thank you. Bye.